in states of matter. It causes change in states of matter. Now, here is a rail line, and this rail line was constructed by serious engineers who knew what to do. For example, during 40 days, since matter expands, since the matter does what? Expands. It means these rails, during 40 days, they expand. And you are going to see how they expand. That's why engineers leave out gaps between the railways. If you are that side, you can check for a gap. Here I have a gap here. It is here. This gap here is left there to create a room for expansion, in which if these rails expand, okay, they don't bend. Because if those gaps are not left there, if they expand, you'll find out it will bend. And when it means when the train is passing, it will just do what? Exactly. So these gaps are left there to create room for expansion. In that when these rails expand, they do not bend, because when they meet and they are expanding, they will just bend. Like when you are contracting something together like this, it will bend. Okay? So these rails expand during 40 days. That's why those gaps are left there. Then during cold days, they contract. Then during hot days, they expand. You'll find out that during serious hot days, you will come here and you will find the gap when it's like this. When it is covered just like this. When during cold days, you will find it when it's like this. Okay? When there is a gap there. But during hot days, you find out that that gap is covered up, and you will find it just like that. Because this is solid, it will just do what? Expand. Then during cold days, it contracts. So why are gaps left in the rail lines? To create room for expansion. If these gaps are not left there, it means if these gaps are not left in the rail lines, it means the rails will expand and the rail line will bend. And if it bends, as the train is passing, it will just find it the other side. That's why these gaps are left in rail line. So that's one effect of it on matter. Now, when you look at electric wires, do you see those electric wires?
Yes.
Are you seeing those electric wires?
Yes.
Those electric wires are connected from one pole to another. But during cold days, these wires contract. Okay? Then during 40 days, they sag. You know sagging? You find out that these, or the bed, that is sagging. During cold days, you find them when they're tight and full. Tight like this. Okay? Then during cold days, during hot days, you find them sagging. Now, those wires are tied on electric poles when they are loose. Do you know why? To create room for expansion, because those wires are solid and they are made out of copper. Okay? So this copper expands when heated, because copper is one of an example of a metal. It's a metal, and we know a metal is a solid, and we know that solids expand when heated. Though the set of matter that expand most are gases, okay? Then followed by liquids. Then lastly we have solids. So you might not see the slight expansion in solids, okay? But in gases expand most. For example, if gases are here, if you're telling someone the other side also feeling the field because they expand and they move in all directions. Here, electric wires, when they are tying those electric wires on electric poles, they leave them when they are loose. In order, when it is too cold, they tighten. Because if they don't leave them loose on electric poles, if they tighten them, it means during cold days, they will do what? Contract, and they will do what? Break. They will break. That's why when they are tying these electric wires, they leave them loose in order that during cold days, as they contract, they don't break. Okay? Now that's why I told you when you about if it is the eye, you say the eye. If it is the nose, you say the nose. So those are the effects of heat on matter. I said we have one, heat causes expansion on matter. Okay? Two, heat causes change in the state of matter. For example, if you expose heat, you expose ice on too high temperatures, you see ice melting. You experience that because most of you like buying ice what? Cream. Ice cream and ice cubes. Very good. The moment you put it in the desk, remember they are kept in the refrigerators. If they remove it from a refrigerator and it is exposed to high temperatures, it will start doing what? Melting. It means it is changing from a solid to a liquid. Okay? Yes. Then we have when temperatures are low. That's why we say heat causes in change of states of matter. When temperatures are low, when you expose water to low temperatures or to low heat, you'll find out that this water will do what? Will form what? Ice. When you get water and you put it in a fridge, it will form ice. Okay? Yes. So, heat loss or gain causes change in states of matter. Okay? Very good. Now I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you, if you have been attentive, why are gaps left in rail lines? Mironji, one. Why are gaps left in rail lines? Why are gaps? Bring here your head. Come. Why are these gaps left in a rail line? As you move in this rail, you find out that this one is left here, another one can be left there, as it continues. To create Yes, why are gaps left in rail lines? Stand here as you listen. Jerome, why are gaps left in rail lines? So you have to stand here and do what? Listen. What's the correct? Yes. To prevent them from bending. This one is saying to prevent them from bending, coming, but that's not the correct answer. Thank you for trying. Yes.
To create room for expansion.
To create room for expansion. It means when there is a lot of heat, these rails expand. So when they expand, they will just join up that what? That gap. Okay?
Yes.
When it is too hot. Then when it is too cold, they will contract. Okay? So these gaps are left there to create room for expansion. If they are not left there, it means the rails will expand and the rail will do what? Bend. Now, someone can ask you, what happens if gaps are not left in the rail? What happens if gaps are not left in the rail? What happens? Yes.
The wheels They bend.
Yes.
The rails bend and the train collapses.
Even if you just say the rail bend, they will bend because this rail as they expanding, you find out this one will meet up with this one. They will expand and you find them doing what? Bending. Okay? So that's why they have to be gaps in rail. Now, another thing I'm asking you about electric wires. Look at them very well. Are you looking at them? Is that same I think like a semicircle they are making. They are sagging. Do you know why? They are sagging. But when you pass there, you look at those electric wires very well. Early in the morning, you find them when they are tight and straight.
Yes,
Tight and straight early in the morning. Then during hot days, those wires do what? Expand. That's why you see them after expanding, they are too long. That's why they sag. That's what we call sagging. Spelling, it is sagging. That is what we call sagging.
Did what? Continue give you.
You can see that angle, how they are sagging. Okay? But early in the morning or during cold days, you find those wires when they are tight. They are tight and straight. Okay? Now I'm going to ask you a question. Why are electric wires put loosely? Why are electric wires put loosely in electric cords? Create room for expansion. Now here you have to measure this. Create room for expansion during
Hot days.
create room for expansion during 40 days. Okay?
Yes.
Very good. With that, we are matching up with our classes and we note something about that. Remember, as we move here, I'm going to ask you questions about what. I don't know why people do not carry their notebooks, but we shall also talk about that when we Thank you. Girls, line up.
My pen is lost. Yes.
Can move? Can move? Boys, you can follow?